Hello everybody, it's Mark Lanier with your video thought for the day. So, back in my day of growing up, we used to listen to records. Records as in the vinyl that had the grooves that went around and around and a needle on it, and it would feed through an amplifier and feed through speakers. It was very different than a lot of the music that's listened to today that's generated by computer code and MP4s and 3s and things like that. And there was an expression that we had of a broken record. And we called it a broken record because there would be some type of a scratch that would cause the record to just repeat itself over and over. So it would sound something like, this is what a broken record sounds like. This is what a broken record sounds like. This is what a broken record sounds like. And it would just get in that rut. Well, I don't want to be a broken record, but this week I'm talking about brokenness. And I'm talking about it from a biblical perspective. And the story for this morning comes from the Old Testament, a book appropriately named 1 Samuel, because it is a story about Samuel's mother, Hannah. Now, Hannah was broken. She was broken because she was unable to bear children. And even though she loved her husband and her husband loved her and they had a good marriage, her future was in doubt, in turmoil over the fact that she had no child. That was very important to a woman's future back in the day. It was important to her self-esteem and her dignity. And so it affected not only her future, but it affected her present. And she was so broken that she spent time before the Lord in prayer, but she was just praying, her lips moving, but nobody could hear her. The priest nearby thought she was drunk and scolded her. That just added to the brokenness as she poured out her heart before him and said, "No, I'm not drunk. I'm just so troubled. I'm broken before the Lord." The priest said, "May God grant you what you're praying." And God did. She got pregnant and she had the prophet Samuel as her son, one of the great prophets of Israel, who would anoint David king. After she had had Samuel, she went back and she was praying to the Lord as she was delivering Samuel up to God in his service. And in that prayer, which is found in 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 4, she says that the bows, as in bow and arrow, the bows of the mighty are broken, but the feeble bind on strength. Think about that for a moment. From a place of her own brokenness, as she had come before the Lord and sought the Lord out, God, Mr. Fix-It, the healer, God took her brokenness, her feebleness, and put strength and gave answers and gave direction and gave guidance and solved her tomorrows as he worked through her todays. And her weeping lasted for a season, but rejoicing followed because of the Lord. And that's why in this same prayer, she says just a couple verses earlier, there is no rock like our God. And God, the rock, can take the proud and the mighty and break them. But God can also take the brokenhearted and heal them. And so as you struggle through today, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but if your present life is broken, if your future seems broken, come before the Lord and lay it before him in prayer. And just be honest and say, I'm broken and I need you. And you will find there is no rock like our God. He will bind on strength. And that is your video thought for the day.